Yes, people. Yes, people. I'm your host, the most, the bridge 258, here today to give you the one and only Chelsea transfer news. Listen, man, let's get into it. I know everyone here has got a lot of stuff to get off their chest today. Obviously, in regards to some of the bigger news that's come out today and some of the other major stuff that has come out today. As usual, please make sure, as always, to like, share, subscribe, like, share, and subscribe because honestly, mate, the news that's come out today, bro, has been absolutely, I have to say, bro, um, crazy. Particularly the last one, because I was not expecting the last one, bro. I'm gonna be very honest with everyone. The last one I was not expecting at all, and the fact that that's happened, worrying times, I have to say, man, worrying times indeed. But we're definitely gonna get into that one. We've obviously got some more news, obviously, on Apostle PSR players we brought in. Some more links to Maya, Estevao officially being signed by the football club, and much more. Of course, guys, as you coming in, please make sure, of course, to like, share, subscribe. Obviously helps the channel out, of course. And I'm literally 5 away now for 355. So 5 of you guys can subscribe for me, be helpful. But listen, let's start talking about these big newses, right? And let's talk about the main big news, yeah, which is, of course, just come out from David Ornstein, like literally just 2 hours ago. And that is, of course, on none other than Johnathan David, right? Let's bring that up for you guys right here, right now. Boom, 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 boom. I literally had that prepped as well. Honestly, I'll definitely get to that. I'm gonna obviously speak to you guys about that one for sure. You know me, Armin Abdi, knowledgeable in regards to a lot all stuff legal. At least I try to be as much. So I will definitely be able to tell you that stuff for sure, guys. So here we go. Let me just bring this one up for you. Let me make it 250 so you guys can see. Exclusive. Chelsea hold talks with reps of Leo striker Johnathan David over potential summer move. 24-year-old high among multiple CFC options plus contract 2025, so fee likely to be reasonable. No approach to loss yet, but good relations with between clubs. Of course. And then obviously that's the picture of Johnathan David. That's obviously been broken by David Ornstein, and as you guys know, if I just bring up his FB ref just for everyone to see, again, we're going to discuss him for sure. I have extremely good knowledge on this player, by the way. So, this is one guy where, listen, my knowledge on him is very, very good on him. So, if I'm saying something about him, I'm being extremely honest on him. Obviously, this season, 19 goals. So obviously scored 19 goals and 4 assists. Right, 90 goals, 4 assists in league, and in the conference league, he scored 3 goals. All right, so that's pretty much all you need to know about him as of right now. In terms of this, very low in terms of shot creation actions, which I'll explain why. Non-penalty actually is 0.58, and that's pretty much it. He's able to complete his passes, got a high progressive passer rate. But listen, let's get started. Yes, we can. I can just tell you that for sure right now. His brother's right now on 32,000 euros per week. That's roughly around about £27, £27,000. So, you know what I mean? So we can definitely for sure pay the gentleman's wages. Like, there's no doubt about that one for sure. Now, when speaking about Johnathan David, the best way to describe Johnathan David is like Jackson. Is very similar to Jackson in the sense that he's very two-footed, right? He's two-footed, so he can use either foot. But the problem with him, can't build up play. He can't drive the ball forward in that sense either, right? And yes, he can find pockets of space on either side and on everything like that, right? So listen, again, for me personally, and I've said this before, can't build up play, can't drive the ball forward in a system in which we have a guy like Enzo Maresca, which is the type of striker we're looking for. And again, the way he scores his goals, so the way he shoots the ball isn't great either. If you've watched him before, and even the goals that he usually scores, are very what's it called? There's like specific places where he scores the goal, right? And again, for me personally, I've watched this guy a lot, by the way, because Ren's faced these guys quite a few times this season, the season before, and the season previously, right? So Abdimas Prime, what he's saying, right, is correct. This guy is not even average. He's just average. He's not good enough right now. And honestly, my hot personal opinion, Nicholas Jackson is clear of this brother. Nicholas Jackson is clear of this brother. Do not let this 19 goals and 4 assists for you. This guy is not as good as Nicholas Jackson, bro. And for me, by the way, also like we're gonna discuss what this also personally for me means about the club and the stuff they're trying to do, right? But for me personally, the club can probably get it for like something like 30 million pounds. Can probably get him on like 60, 70, 80, or 90k a week, right? If you think about it, right? Yeah, like 90k a week, right? So again, listen, fits the wage bill, can get him for cheap because his contract ends next season, so he's got 1 year left on his deal. Yeah, and for me, this guy reminds me very much of Hakeem Ziyech. And what do I mean by this? Hakeem Ziyech was definitely a baller, right? That's the little slight difference. Hakeem definitely was definitely a baller. But one of the things about Hakeem Ziyech here was that no one was taking him away from Ajax, even though he was that good. And Ziyech, by the way, remember, stayed until he was 28 at Ajax, by the way. And no one took this brother, by the way, right? And people wonder, why is no one taking Ziyech? Why is no one taking Ziyech? Yeah. And then when he came to Chelsea, we found out the reason why no one was taking him, right? Is this brother Johnathan David is a great example of that, by the way, in my personal opinion. That's more than likely scenario that we will get him for. Honestly, that's just obviously my personal opinion, but that is the more than likely scenario you're going to get, yeah, when it comes to Johnathan David. Literally, there's no doubt about that in my mind, right? Mhm. So Ahmed, these guys exactly. I agree with Abdelmas. You know me, bro. I'm listen. If there's one thing everyone here knows me about my channel is that I am honest about the plays that I do. You know, and my player understanding. If I don't know you, I don't know you. But if I do know you, I am strikingly honest about that player. At the end of the day, I try to do that. Fits into the wage bill exactly. Vic is correct, by the way, with this comment. Fits into the wage bill. I watched him against Argentina Friday. Terrible build-up play. As I said, you see, his DNA sounds like wow, but in reality, average player. Exactly. Thank you very much, Vic. Said it perfectly. You couldn't have said it better, even by myself. Thank you for making that clear. You know, only reason we're going for him is because he's exactly. I agree with that. Even Dacho Fan is better than him. Exactly. Big making is definitely correct on that one. Oh man, I am disappointed all the Chelsea creators are moving soft and letting other fans plan us just as step up just feeding onto their BS. When it's Chelsea versus Chelsea fans, we have all the proper talking points and facts. With rivals, we are dumb. It is annoying. Sometimes, but it's also because you're on a panel, and sometimes you're not always going to be able to get your points of view across. And sometimes it could also be Chelsea Blue. They may be spitting facts, which may not be obviously a nice thing, even for myself, bro. I don't like it when I have to talk very badly about Chelsea either. I would so that might be the case. Big up to my guy Joe, big up Ahmed. But if we sign this industry plant, it'll be hilariously funny. Joe, you know what's funny? You were saying in this chat that this guy's an industry plant. And when you look at that, Chelsea industry plants, cash money. We can't get Duran, of course. Yeah, we know that Nehemia. But I think his point is more than this. Yeah, no way David earns more than Jackson, which is some 50k away. Exactly. You'll probably get a similar deal, right? You'll get a similar deal to Jackson, bro. Of course he did. Yeah. Do you think we'll be? Yes, we're gonna get him, bro. I'm telling you right now. The fact we're briefing on him means more than, and the fact we're speaking to his representative. Only seen early reports when representatives have been spoken to, which means that it's more than likely a lot more further ahead than people like to believe. And again, one thing about Chelsea and League One, we get our League One deals done Rapido. Disasi got done out of nowhere. Buddy Shaw got done out of nowhere. Gusto, we literally got that done out of very quickly. Right. So any guy we try to get from League One, we get those deals done extremely easily and fast. So Billy G, this will happen a lot more faster than people say. Chelsea have to be sensible. It's better not to sign any player. Exactly, Peter Pan. I hear you. And I've had this thing here. I think it was Paz who said this, that essentially, maybe this is going to improve the bench option for us. This is not a game changer for the bench option, bro. This is not a game changer for the bench option for us, bro. Right? You know Ahmed when you know Ahmed when you know his average. He's been available for cheap for months, bro. Fabrice has been doing prop teats for this guy since 2022. By the way, I've literally one of my mates here, literally in the chat, in the chat that I'm in. By the way, yeah, literally. By the way, so literally sent this to me. By the way, look at this, boys. Look at this. This has been the prop that he's been doing for him for this long. Literally, Fabrice has been doing this literal prop for him for this long. Look at that, bro. Look at it, bro. Look how much, by the way, yeah, prop has been happening for the player. That's how much prop has been going on for him That much so far, by the way. So again, I'm just trying to be as honest as possible about the potential list we're going for. The list of potential striker attackers must be on page 5 right now. It must be, bro. We're digging deep. We're digging deep, deep, deep. This is like almost like an NFL draft, bro. We're on like our sixth round pick, a sixth round pick, bro, brother. But at this point, honestly, I don't understand. Or David has scored 20 goals plus 3 seasons, and we don't want him. But Dutch Duran, we are ucking. Lord, make it make sense, bro. The reason why we're saying that for you, bro, is look at it, bro. Think about it like this, my brother. Yeah, I'm telling you, as someone that watches him, the way he plays, bro, is not good, bro. Yes, he scored those goals, but we have to also think about how has he scored those goals. You know, is that way he's scoring goals in Ligue 1 gonna be able to be moved upon into the EPL? And in this case, it is not, bro. I'm telling you, bro. That's what I'm saying to you. He may have scored these goals, but remember, one thing here I don't want us as fans to do, yeah, is just say GNA only. GNA is not the end all be all. Guys, I'm gonna get to comments, by the way. I'm just answering Chelsea, bro. GNA is not the end all be all. Do not let us, yeah. You must have the best players have GNA and are good on the eye test and on their play style. The problem with David is that he has the GNA, but when you look at the way he plays in his play style, I actively encourage people to watch full games of the way Johnathan David plays. Yeah, for Lille and even Canada to an extent, because he plays very similarly also into Canada. Yeah, and you will understand why we are very, very of the low on the opinion of this gentleman right here. That's all I have to say, bro. Honestly. Big up to my guy A Solomon. Always a pleasure, my brother, to see you here, man. Thank you as always. After the last few days, I am done with the fan base. I am back in the owners now. Never seen so much female tendencies in the fan base, shaking head. I don't know. I would disagree with you, bro, because I think for me, the reason why a lot of people are irritated is that, you know, I feel like the club should not have, with the deal that we, of the Elite deal particularly, said we're obsessed with him. He's our number one option. We have to go for him. You know what I'm saying to you? You should not have said that. You should not also say you want UCL football, you want to make top four and everything like that, and not know that you have to buy some. If you're gonna buy these top players, whether it be Michael Elise and Nico Williams, etc. So you know you're gonna have to pay these guys some value of money that's gonna cost you. If you're not willing to do that, yeah, then listen, you're gonna learn quickly. And you know the saying I always said to you, as I said the saying previously, Chelsea Brew, if you do not hear, you must feel. And right now we are feeling. The club is feeling it, bro. That you know the wage structure is not financially going to help them in getting these next level up players that they may be wanting to bring in. That's just me being honest, bro. And that's what you're trying to be honest, bro. Yeah, this guy always scores in FM, but he would only help us in an established team. Exactly, Bleedy. I agree with that. People that watch him and only look at his GNA are being fooled. Exactly. Thank you very much. Vic, I was going to get to that point later on when I was going to discuss Maya too. Yeah. Ahmed, my biggest concern is the different types of strikers we are going for. Duran, Samu, David, and Maximilian Bia. Who the FY does Maraska want? By the way, Vic, yeah, this is a great point, by the way, yeah, because all of these guys, from what I've seen from Bayer seems like an in behind sort of guy that's very similar to almost a Team Wana, if I'm not mistaken. Durant and Samu make sense. David and Maximilian Bayer are almost very similar in the way they play, right? The only other reason why I have seen David now, yeah, is that David can also basically, I would argue, play the left wing option too, right? So maybe they're thinking, yeah, if we let's see if you know, let's say for example, if Mudrick and Sterling don't cook, we still got David there that we can, you know, put onto the wing there too if you need to as well. He's a left wing option, such that if we don't get a Somerville, maybe, and if they potentially even go after someone like a Due who's in within their wage budget, they've got a guy there that can do that for them too. But you are correct in saying the strikers you've gone after, two of them are the same profile. The other two are somewhat similar in their own same profile, but they are not the same profile of striker. So the math is not mathing. I feel like right now they're clearly on some level panicking. I'm being honest when I say that, by the way. I feel like there's some level of panic setting in because of the type of strikers we're going after right now. I'm just going to be honest about that too. Big Ron come back. La howla. Please, no. It's better we get Duran, but we can't get him, bro, because the club apparently now have been doing background checks on him. We're going to discuss that as well. They've done background checks on him, and they don't seem to like what they've read from the background checks. Lille been trying to get rid of him for 2 years since he's cheap, and if he was good, everyone would have gone for him. We're on page 5, exactly, bro. Again, keyword. Look at a lot of people ask questions. Why has this guy not been moving on? I used to ask the same question about Ziyech. I was like, Ziyech is so cool. Everything about him is great. Why is no one going after him? And then what happened? We went in for him, and we realized why no one was going after him. By the way, yep, facts, Ahmed. Damn, you know NFL. This is like sixth round. It is, bro. I'm telling you, that's the best. Listen, I could have even said this is like an undrafted pick from the NBA, bro, because I watched that even more. So it's the French league. I don't consider them strikers. Fair enough, D. Yes, exactly. This is why Armin fans have to do research. Malaysia's system just wants a striker to score goals. Reports and people who spoke about him said that the striker is just there to score. That's not necessarily true, my friend. If you actually watch Malaysia's system, and we actually did a deep dive here on the channel, bro, yeah, Malaysia's striker is almost there to play make. Right, he's almost like he's almost acts like a true centre forward, a true nine, like almost like a. I don't want to use his example, but example would be like a Benzema, for example, or like even like a Drogba, where they're able to hold up the play, turn, build up the play of the team, push forward of the team, and hope to create. That's actually one of the main reasons for the striker. It's not just about scoring. Johnathan David, by the way, cannot even turn, let and move and drive forward. So what are we expecting for that to happen? Why? So again, I disagree with that one personally, bro. Watch Copa America. I will later, bro. It's not gonna be that much. There's nothing that big that's happening, honestly. Yeah, Nacho. Yeah, yeah. Why haven't Chelsea moved on to the biggest of all the time? Fans are so glued into the small Stafford Bridge, not thinking of the future. I'll say this to you, sports, especially compared to our rivals. Peter Pan, everything you guys are saying is correct, but we cannot. Right now, the reality of the situation is, yeah, the club themselves, yeah, have not sorted out, yeah, the school, their opinions before we can even then start cut, before we can even start assigning blame, whether it be to the pitch owners, whether it be to whoever we want to. The club themselves have not even come up with a practical vision. They have not come up with what they're going to do with the stadium at all. Until they do that, yeah, we cannot be discussing that stuff. Peter Pan, what you're saying is correct, but we need to see first from the owners what they are planning to do. Then we can start having discussions and blaming people for not moving stuff fast enough or not wanting to do stuff. But we have to at least first of all see a plan, a credible plan from the ownership, who have yet to bring it, and they have been at this club for 2 years, and they've said a stadium is a number one priority. That's all I have to say on that one too. Naturalini, I said full crook, but let's be honest, bro. Full crook, if I'm being, by the way, honest, yeah, would be a great stopgap. But the club don't want to stop that, bro. They clearly want a guy that's gonna be there for the long term. That's why you're hearing Via, Duran, Samuel Omoridion, even a gentleman like Johnathan David. They all work within that sort of thing. So that's what they're looking for. Ahmed, well, if David is not the option, we have an £100 million striker still in the books. If not David, brother, I would. The problem is Lukaku. The problem with Lukaku, bro, is that the relationship with the fans is the issue, bro. It's cooked. It's over. There's no way they would bring back Lukaku, by the way. And also, if you're being honest, Lukaku's wages on the books, by the way, are not good either. And as such, they want to move that on too. You know what I'm saying to you, Chelsea Blue? You would agree with that, I'm pretty sure. I checked Max B. Fair play to him. He scored against most of the best teams in Bundesliga, so not just that pattern. Yeah, again with Max B, my knowledge on him is limited, so I'm not going to speak on him. But from what I've seen from him, he seems to be an in behind the in behind striker. So unless I've seen anything, I'm not going to speak on him too much, Gabriel. You know me, bro. Unless I know him, we got Xerxes. You can get all the mid strikers. Yeah, bro. That's what I'm saying to you. Xerxes, by the way, is a mid striker too. If you watch Xerxes at Bologna, not great either, bro. So hey, Naturalini, you can enjoy him, bro, because exactly. What is annoying me? What's annoying me? We literally finished this season 6. Fans were happy, so we didn't even have Olise or fit squad. Now players are guessing we don't have Olise. We are finished. No. Now at that point, I agree with you. We're not finished if we don't get Olise. It's disheartening to not get him. But I think, do you know what the issue for me, Chelsea Blue, is? I said this on Sam stream too, right? On This Is Football. I said the issue that you have now is that you want to take the next level. That's UCL football, right? You need to bring in some level of experience to go to the next level. In my personal opinion, with what you have plus the experience, some level of experience. When I even say experience, I don't mean that like they have to be 28, 29, 30. I'm asking for players that are consistent that can consistently produce. That's what you need next. And when that happens, you're gonna have to at some level break some level of the wage structure, or at least add into the wage structure one or two players that are going to be able to do that are going to be on high wages. Now, you may say that's not Elise. I may say that might be. We can agree to disagree on that one, right? But there are going to be certain players where you're just going to need guys who are consistently and are good at that position. And if you cannot build, or if you're not willing to bring them in now, what is that? That just provides me more mixed messaging. For me personally, I don't know about you, Chelsea. Bro. That's where my issue continuously lies in the team, more so than anything else. No, he seems he's going to Newcastle. Actually, I don't know if you saw that. Making Telegraph reported that Newcastle are in for him. They've had their first bid rejected, and honestly, if you want for Calvert Lewin, that's even worse. By the way, exactly, Vic. For me, it feels like we are doing panic buying. And that, by the way, is not a recipe for success. And I want to actually, before I continue reading everyone's comments, so many coming in, so many of you guys talking, yeah, so many of you guys saying stuff, right? And I really want to I really want to get to your comments, right? The point I'm trying to make here is this. Oh, I just literally lost my point. Damn. No, but like this panic stuff is correct. You know, Chelsea, when we panic buyed, it was one of the worst things that's ever happened to us, by the way. The panic buys. We panicked by Saul, we panicked by essentially Lukaku to an extent because of the fact we weren't able to get Haaland either. And we saw what happened to us too. Right. You know what I'm saying to you? So we do not want to end up in that scenario, bro. We are finished. Let's hope so. I guess Villa and Spurs are still spending big going for. I'm not worried one bit. You know what, bro? Fair enough, bro. It's called scraping the barrel. Why do we keep that true? ZH left and you man still hating. I'm not hating Blue Lounge. I'm not hating Blue Lounge. I'm actually just making the point of like, you know, sometimes with when certain players stay on a certain football club and no club is going after him, yeah, you have to question why. And sometimes when they do come, you either realize why that is or it backfires on you. Not hating on ZH, bro. You know, I don't know if you know this. ZH was actually one of my favorite players. When he came to the club after what happened, I was not too pleased, of course. But the reality is, when teams are not going after a certain player, you always have to ask yourself, why is that happening? Why is that happening? That's all it is, bro. Nothing more than nothing less. David is not. It's not it, man. He's a downgrade on Jackson. Thank you very much. But maybe this is their work. By the way, I'm going to continue on this aspect, by the way. We're going to continue on this part for sure. Casado and Pires watch later today, Ahmed. Exactly. Thank you very much. The owners clearly want to contend for trophies and get top 4 minimum, but the directors want to have a sustainable working structure. I'm not sure the owners want that, by the way. You can maybe say Todd Bowley wants that, but Igbali, I think, clearly wants the top 4 and a consistency belt where he's able to bring these top young talents, develop them. And I am yet to see if that the sort of some of them will be flipped for profit. I'm pretty sure everyone here would agree for that. But like, I am very interested to see what's gonna happen when Palmer produces again for another season, Jackson produces again for another season, and some of these players now gonna be asking for double the wages. I'm gonna wait and see for that. When that stuff starts happening, then we will have that conversation. Ahmed, man thinks the toxic forward is ever coming back. Nah, and there's no way. Grassy would give you a good 4 seasons like Jordan. He would, bro, but I don't know why they're not going after him. Oh, 1 second, let me get to BS. B has more aura, Germans no more ball than NA. Oh, let's hope so, man. And hopefully he doesn't turn out to be a player that we all know as Timothy Werner. So let's hope he doesn't turn into him either. Even if we were to get him. But yeah, he would, Joe. But the problem is, bro, they don't want him. If they wanted him, bro, we would have heard about stuff like that right now. But we have not heard about him at all, have we, bro? That's all. Man thinks that toxic forward is ever coming back. Great ST, but horrible toxic person. Exactly, 100%, bro. That's what Lukaku is. Ahmed, I am sorry, but we have to accept Chelsea's being run like a football club now. No more free for all. We have to accept. We don't have the no. But Chelsea, bro, I agree. Everything you're saying, I agree with. But even if that, there has to be, and you have to agree with this, by the way, because this is me and you agreeing on the same principle. We are being one of us as a football club, but as a football club, the wage structure also has to allow a player to reach a certain value for wages. You know what I mean? I think the problem is, yeah, initially you can do these incentivized contracts, but then there's going to come a point where these players are continuously producing that level, and then they're going to be like, I want guaranteed money now. Yeah, when that is the case, and these players have been doing it for you consistently, and they've been doing it for you at an elite level. You have to start providing them with the peas, bro. There's no 2 ways to sing about it, bro. Eventually, that's what's gonna happen, bro. Eventually, that's gonna happen, Chelsea Blue, and you have to allow the wage structure for 1 or 2 players. I'm not even saying 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm saying 1 or 2, even at a push 3, where you're gonna have to pay them a bit more money, you know, or compared to what you're willing to for the wage structure. And that has to be allowed on some level, by the way, if you want to keep the best of the best. I watch Serie A. Yeah, exactly, bro. We need a big man up top. Jackson's already good enough. Thank you very much. Big up. No need for Jackson, Johnathan Wet. Oh my god, that is crazy, X-Style. I have a bad dream last night. Sunday morning, we will make a bid for Eddie Nketiah. No way we're doing that. And by the way, guys, I'm just gonna let you know right now. This deal for my guy, the gentleman we're speaking about right now, is probably a lot more ahead than usual. As I said to you guys before, we probably know a lot of stuff is ahead more than a lot than usual. By the way, and listen, people may not like to hear that. People may not be happy to hear that, but that is the reality at the end of the day. So hey, we move on that one. Yup, he's going to Newcastle. Everton, Newcastle did the same thing. Yup, exactly. Pies and Kai said in 8 minutes more to watch them. Ball. Wow. Let's see if they can do that at all. Um, mm. Whoever will bring in and will compete with Jackson. With Jackson is Jackson. The problem is we have academy players that level above all these players we linked to. Exactly. Honestly, bro, this might be Arman Abdi hot take numero uno, but like honestly, what is the difference by the way between him and Dacho Fofana? Honestly, Dacho Fofana is clear, bro. Honestly, I have to say that personally for me, I thought Dacho Fofana is clear. This team scored 72 goals last season. We are crying for attackers. My concern is the defense and the keeper. Those two corrected our top four easy for us. You know what the issue is, bro? Have you had any more defensive players coming in? Have you heard of goalkeepers coming in? They've maintained that they want Sanchez as the number one GK, bro. So he's going to be a number one GK. Defensive wise, they may want to bring in one more defender, but until Chalobah leaves the club, that's not going to happen, bro. I think the players we get for 20 plus are the ones that we flip. Yep, exactly. Jonathan David is much better. That's not true, John Book. I disagree with you, bro. I actually believe Nicola Jackson is better than Jonathan David. And I've watched Jonathan David, by the way, for 3 seasons because that's how much I've watched League One. I've watched these since basically 2020, 2021, essentially. Right. So even if you were to say Ahmed, you waffling or Ahmed, you chatting rubbish, bro, I'm trying to be here as honest as possible, bro. Genuinely, Nicholas Jackson is for me clear. Ahmed, we gave Cho 120k, cheats 150k, and got nothing from them. It is a job. No, but bro, I agree with you, by the way. Like, listen, this is the agree. For the young players, we should be given these incentivized contracts. But again, there's going to be a moment where these guys are going to be consistent and they're going to earn that contract. And when that happens, bro, you got to have to pay them, bro. Bro, Chelsea Blue, that's what you're going to do. Otherwise, you run the risk, bro, of not being able to do that. That's the issue, bro, more than anything else. That's the point I think I've been trying to consistently make. Vic says Nketiah, yeah, exactly. Bloody hell, Vic, chill out, man. Jonathan Davies is as good as Ollie Watkins. Come on, bro. He's not, bro. He's really not, bro. I'm sorry, bro. Book, me and you maybe on this play we fundamentally disagree, I'm afraid. Do it to my guy Jason S. He says, Ahmed, everyone introduction Chelsea. And now you are on your way to be the same. Oh my god. Listen, Jason S, bro. You're a Tottenham fan. Humble yourself, big man. What please humble yourself, please. Their contracts are incentivized according to reports. So maybe if we reach Champions League heights, their contracts might be a bit more lucrative. Yes, that's true. They do lose 25% to 40%, 50%, but I think that only goes up to for some players like Jackson, for example, up to only 100k. So is 100k going to be good enough for Jackson if he's a 30 goal per season goal scorer? Is that going to be enough for a guy like him if he's done that back-to-back seasons? Let's be honest, boys. That's not going to be enough. If Palmer's giving you 40 GNA, 40 GNA, 40 GNA, is 150k we gonna be enough for him? Come on, guys. Like there's some level, honesty is the best policy. Yeah, that fun is clear of someone who scores 82 goals in a top 5 league. But stop letting these emotional fans get to you. No, bro. I've watched him though. That's the difference. That I'm thinking. Yes, he may have scored these goals, but from what I've seen from him, bro, the way he scores the goals, isn't that great. From what I've watched him, bro, for 3 seasons since he's been at Lille. I think for me, when I've watched him, yeah, I don't just look at GNA. I also look at the way he plays. The way he plays is not great, bro. I'm telling you, I've told this to many people beforehand. His style of play is not going to be effective. It doesn't work properly in the EPL as well. And I feel like that Fofana, whenever I've seen him, his movement, the way he's able to move, the way he's able to turn, even his way of scoring, I feel like it is much better than Jonathan David. Again, that's just my personal opinion. You may disagree with me, but this is Ahmed Abdi's actual scouting report. I've actually watched them more so than anything else. Yeah, no. The thing is, listen, he's definitely better than Whispers. Whispers may have a higher potential than him, of course, and everything like that. But he's definitely clear of Whispers. We're not going to do that, by the way. We're not going to do that in this chat, yeah. Where we're gonna be like, oh, Whispers, but then like we're gonna be a bit more honest. We're gonna be a bit more honest, bro. Come on, let's be real. Big up to my guy John James. I think first time seeing you here, my brother. People forget that players also want the ability to move to other clubs without a license contract that hinders that. Exact on some of yes, on some of you are correct, bro. That's why, bro. If you see now, we're doing 6-year deals plus one to make 7, right? So we are definitely doing that. So that's also gonna not be attractive for some players too. So good point there by John James, bro. Nice to see you here, bro, and welcome to the channel. Mike Ross says, Ahmed, are your family roots from Ethiopia? Very close. I'm from East Africa, but my family roots are from Somalia, my friend. Zubair, we won't feel it now, bro. We will feel it when we are not competing and our best players went out. Maybe so, bro. David ain't coming. We are not gonna sign Durant, bro. I'm telling you right now. There's been a report that came out today from Matt Law saying we did not like what we heard about him from the background checks we have done. There's no way we're signing him. How many seasons in a row has Watkins scored 20 goals? David is not the best eye pleaser. Bro, I'm not saying he's a scrub, but I am saying he's below average. That's the point I'm trying to make, bro. I don't honestly, if I was to have Jackson and him, I honestly believe Jackson's better. That's the point I'm trying to make, bro. Right now in the league, yeah, Jackson's in the way he's playing, how he plays. For me personally, he is much better than what was it called? What was it called? I forgot his name. John Duran. That's what it is to me personally, bro. Nothing more, nothing less. Making wow, a lot of comments coming in, guys. A lot of you have a lot to say on this one. That Shea Fofana is a better option. I agree with making on that one. Ahmed Cricket World Cup, Bini in format. It's happening in the US. Do you even know about it? I do know about it. Finally enough, my dad's a big cricket fan, so I haven't been able to keep up with it. But I know England actually lost. Big up to Rabada, by the way, top player, man. Big up to him, bro. Flipping now, bro. To have only let in, I think only that few run, that was crazy. But big up to you, Indian Guna. First time seeing you here, bro. It's a pleasure. Thank you for coming and subscribing to the channel, bro. Always a pleasure, guys. Gulelethu says, all I'm seeing is rumors until I see a player holding a Chelsea. By the way, this is from Ornstein. So whenever Ornstein reports stuff, bro, right, it's very close. That means the club are doing their stuff quite fast, quite fast, quite fast. Exactly. Man like whispers, fair enough. If not David Ahmed, who? Watkins, Tony? I honestly, I've just said, let's relax. Let's take a deep breath. Let's not rush into things. And let's actually look at, the guys that we can bring into the football club. You know what I mean? Let's actually have a honest approach. If we cannot find a better option, yeah, have Jackson and Kuku be in that position, bro. Have Jackson and Kuku be in that position and check Dutch Fofana out for this season. If he's good enough, then that's fine. If he's not, move on from him. That's the point I've tried to make, bro. I'd rather go in. No, we're not gonna get him. Salary wise. Armin, stop trying to explain. These men will sign Ben Yedder, Lacazette, and Wahi for Chelsea if they see the numbers. That is true, bro. Yo, they don't know Lacazette scoring 24 goals. Ben Yedder is on a free, but he's also got a case. He's got a big case actually. So like, we cannot sign him on nothing. As much as I want to laugh at Chelsea, I just have a funny feeling you're gonna do well, even about major signings. But your owners need to shape up big time. 100% John James, bro. You're speaking of facts in that one. Watching you from Zambia. Big up to my guy Javen Brandt. Nice to see you here as always, bro. Pleasure to see you here, bro. All these links make me appreciate Jackson more. Fair enough. Gabriel A. Oh, so by the way, this thing about Duran, the reason why I was gonna not Duran, so about the gentleman that we're just speaking about right now in Johnathan David, right? Is this Johnathan David coming in for me more so now means that they're really trying to just make it like Jackson's our number one striker, by the way. Johnathan David is probably going to be there to be maybe some level of competition, but it's really going to just be a bench option for us. But the people want I hope people understand that too. That this is really pushing the idea that they're trying to make Jackson the number one option, by the way. So for those who are watching and understand, that means Jackson's the number one option, and Johnathan David is the bench option who's going to compete with Jackson to get to that next level. So I hope people obviously understand that, by the way. So that's the main thing that we need to understand first and foremost. Oh, big up to my guy Kenyan Oldies. Nice to see you, bro. Almost as close to my number. T58, T54. Pleasure to see you here, bro. As always. But guys, actually over half 35 minutes in, I'm literally 5 away from 360. 5 away from 360. If you guys can subscribe, it would be really helpful, by the way. John Duran 100% right. But I think for me personally, yeah, I think that's, I think, yeah, I think this is more so Chelsea Blue. Even if you are going to go in for him, this for me more so mean is just about strengthening the bench. Sadly, that's what it's probably going to be. Although this does bring into another question about what if you are going for Johnathan Duran, is this Maya stuff just like a little bit of a smoke screen or not? Because then, so Bayer, I should say not Maya, Bayer, right? Because Bayer scored 16 goals. He's very similar actually to Jonathan David in the way that they play. So, again, it's very interesting to see what happens there. By the way, so again, I'm not sure what's going on there in regards to why we are linked to both Bayer and him. There's even Solanke links. By the way, the Matt Law Solanke links here are very strong. He consistently talks about Dominic Solanke being linked to us. So there may also be a case that Solanke even comes to this football club, by the way, as another option. Maybe they're like, they'll bring Jonathan David as a left wing option, possibly, right? And then they bring in Solanke as the striker option, by the way, to compete with Jackson. Like, maybe that's what they might do, by the way. And if you look at Solanke's actual Solanke's wages, I'm just going to double check that now at Bournemouth. Solanke currently is only on 70k a week. So Chelsea can easily double that wage and bring him into the football club, by the way. I'm playing a game right now. Saw an NPC called Luz. Oh my god, X-Style. Yeah. Our fans would be fine signing Undav. Hey, uncomfortable conversations, Joe. You think Jackson is better than David, bro? What? I don't care if he scores with his hands. Get him in. Jonas, do you actually like him? I'm interested here because for me personally, I've watched what's it called? Jonathan David, and I'm not moved by him, bro. And I've watched him for. No, I'm asking you if you've watched him or not. I don't know, bro. That's what I'm asking. What do you like about him? I'm always open for a conversation, bro. That's what I've asked. I don't think I've asked anything else. The point I'm trying to say is that I've watched him for 3 seasons, and I think for me, he doesn't move the needle. He can't build up play. He's not a good driver of the ball forward. And yes, I think the positive that you can give out of him, yes, he can get into space on the either side, like almost in like in the 10 role. Of course, in that 10 role, of course, which I would say is a positive if you want to give it to him. And he can use both his feet to score. But I feel like for me, the way his striking action isn't that great for me personally. The way he's able to shoot isn't essentially his shot making isn't that great. And I think particularly in the Enzo Maresca system, I find it a bit hard for me how he fits into the market, how he fits into the team compared to like a Jackson, where I can see the way he played makes sense. By the way, even a Bayer, by the way, yeah, it doesn't make sense because he's someone that likes to get in behind too. So because he's someone that likes to get into behind, yeah. Then listen, if he's someone that likes to get into behind, then I don't know, bro, because like I don't see how that works. Big up to my guy Killer Red. He says low these middle market players, either go for one or two victors or just go for a bargain basement. Yeah. If Jackson stayed at Villarreal, I guarantee he would be worth 60 million this window. Exactly, bro. No, but again, this is a seller's market. I know pretty much. I know a lot of us here understand that we are currently in a seller's market. So that means, by the way, that at the end of the day, a lot of people are going to be looking to do the selling, trying to do the buying for us. So this is a seller's market. So of course, that's going to be the thing that's going to be the big thing about it at the end of the day. So here we move. Big up to my guy, Abraham. If you do sign a winger, it should be a left winger. Well, that's what they're going to do for now. And hey, what's the news about the Davis striker? So we have spoken to his reps. We have a good relationship with League Loss, and that we think we can get him for the wage structure and everything like that. And speaking about the left wing, let's talk a bit more about the breaking news of the left wing option, by the way. So I want to talk about that aspect too. So let me obviously bring that up for you guys first. Apologies if I'm being a bit slow. My apologies first and foremost. So this was the first one that came out. Let me present it, of course. Chelsea are interested in. Let me make this big fast too, so that we can all read it together perfectly. Chelsea are interested in Nico Williams, but there is concern that financials of the deal is not viable for the club. So that's basically the wages, not the actual transfers. Again, Chelsea, when it comes to transfers, can make it happen. It's really about the wage structure. Now, for those who don't know, I'm going to bring this up to about Nico Williams right now. Nico Williams is on a big wage, by the way, right? At what's it called? Athletic Club. Let me just switch it. He's currently on 200k a week in euros, which is roughly 169k. a week in pounds, and he's looking to increase that value, right? And again, for me, yes, and I get yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. I just big up to my guy Johnathan. Yep, I was trying to transferring it into pounds for people for the UK people here as well. So 200k a week essentially. He's probably going to looking for a bit more than that if he's going to another big club. He's also got a 58 million release cost too, right? So again, you look at this, and then our maximum wage structure we can give as of right now is 150k a week in our wage structure, by the way. And again, you look at that, and then it makes you wonder why are we even going after him in the first place. Then, if you already know all of this stuff and everything like that, then why are we going after him? There's no point of going after him if you are linking him to us. Big up to my guy Mindful. He says Arsenal linked to Gyökeres and Osimhen, etc. And we're linked to Johnathan David, bro. Hey man, that's just the reality we're currently in, bro. It is what it is. We just gotta understand that. As long as you understand that, the better we understand that, the easier our life will be, personally. And obviously, we then have Fabrizio, who spoke about this later on, of course. And he said, and he actually obviously brought on the fact that what's it called? Chelsea are considering signing a left winger now rather than a right winger. Of course, that's something that he brought up. And then he says, um, what's it called? Where is the other thing that he said? He said something about Nico Williams that I can't find. Nico Williams. He said something about Nico Williams. I'm so sure. Oh well, can't find it. But he essentially talked about how Nico Williams was a target for Chelsea, but his wages are too high for them, so they're not going to go after him at all. So that's what he said as well. So again, that's something to consider, of course, at the end of the day. But that's just what we are. That's the way we are in right now for the left wing market. Now, in regards to options right now, if you're going to be working with the Chelsea wage budget, you know what I mean, and everything like that, I've said this gentleman already. Desiree Doué is an option, right? Desiree Doué would be the option I would go for right now. Let me bring him up for you guys, right? If if I'm looking at the price ranges, the value of the club, and the stuff that the type of players that our club is bringing in, this is the guy you want to be bringing in. 19 years old from Rennes, is on a very cheap contract. You know, 4 goals, 4 assists. Can play on the left wing, can play in the camera, can even play on the right wing. At least with him, you have multiple options, right? For sure, at the end of the day. So again, that's the type of guy you want to be going for, right? So this is the type of guy you want to be going for. Now, alternatively, the other guy we've been linked to by the club, and I'm not as high of him as other members are, and that is Crescencio Somerville. Now, Somerville again, a bit more older, 3 years older, 22 years old, from Leeds United, 19 goals and 9 assists. Obviously, in the Championship, was in the EPL last season too. Those are the two options realistically you would probably go for. I know there's been another gentleman from Stuttgart, if I'm not mistaken, that you've been linked to once or twice, but we've not really heard anything about him at all, right? So again, realistically, those are the two left fingers. If the club are trying to, in the club with their current wage budget and everything else, those are the two guys are really gonna have to go for, I'm afraid. In the current wage budget, like, again, I'm just trying to be perceptive as a fan and find, the gems that they're probably looking for in their current, market structure. So listen, we move. Yep, exactly, Jonas. Thank you for appreciating it. Yep, mindful. Due is a decent player. For those who don't know, one of the Rennes is a team I actually like to watch a lot in the league, in league, because of the fact they produce a lot of top talents and the stuff they do before. I said it so many times already. If Nkunku stays fit, it doesn't matter who the striker is, Ahmed. Fair enough, bro, but that's not going to happen. They see Nkunku as a 10. They want him to play in his best position, by the way. They want to play Nkunku in his best position. They don't want to do anything else in regards to. They don't want to be stupid, bro. That's all it is. TK says we need presence on the left. I feel like we should be. This would be a great transfer if we did a U-turn and bring him in. Similar vibe to Rafael, a real aura on the wing and not afraid to take the man on. Can you TK? Can you tell me who the player you're speaking about is, if you don't mind? I'm not sure who you're speaking about, if you don't mind, bro. That's all. Thank you very much. But again, those are your two options as of right now. And listen, it is what it is on that one. We'll see what happens. There's that also the young gentleman kid, the kid that we have on Cobham that is not signed a contract yet, could also be a good option there on the wing too. Maybe from what if you're to believe what people have been saying, by the way, in regards to him, then he would be a great option to have on the wing too. So again, something to think about too. Oh, referring to yeah, exactly, bro. I agree with that, bro. But again, this is where the wage budget, by the way, is hampering you. If you want to be getting these upper elite tier talents like we were speaking about, like a Nico William, maybe an Elise. Let me Yamal, hypothetically, if he was at Villarreal, right, he's going to be asking for these similar wages. And then if you cannot provide 200, 220K a week for some of these guys in that position who have actually have had transferable like league goals and assists, right, for a few seasons, right? Nah, it's not, bro. They already broke down, I'm afraid. I know you're joking, Vic, by the way. It's always appreciated, my brother. But we move. But yeah, listen, that's it. So again, that's just the reality we are facing right now. I just, I'm just trying to be as I'm trying to be as realistic as possible, as I always say, realistic as possible within the given wage structure that we're in. So that's basically in regards to the striker, the left winger situation as of right now. Now, if I switch to this one, yeah, uh, obviously I want to obviously talk about this one, which is this. Um, Chelsea have walked away from Samuel Omoridion. So obviously this came out before the news previously, right? Samuel Omoridion, by the way, now that's confirmed by the way that he's not coming to the club. Now, of course, that's a great figure in general, but the fact that we almost bid 50 M's for him, yeah, in a total package, yeah, for him is disgraceful first and foremost. Secondly, it just shows you, by the way, that Chelsea, when it comes to these upper tier talents they believe in, they will go to that high level. By the way, they will go for that sort of thing. By the way, yeah, but if they want, they cannot do that for the wage structure. So it is what it is, by the way. So we move on that one. But Samuel Omeridian is not happening. How do you feel about that one? I want to hear from everyone their thoughts on Samuel Omeridian not happening. Because I know a lot of people were a bit confused when we even tried to get him. There were people who were like, no, 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 he's not even good enough, etc. etc. So I want to hear from you guys. What are your thoughts on Samuel Omeridian not happening? Now, let's talk about this one, right? So they've said Matt Law actually was the first one to reveal that Maximilian Bayer is on the Chelsea striker list, right? So he's one of those options. And yes, this is what I was talking about. Chelsea, despite appreciation, believe Nico Williams' salary requests are too big, not advanced at this stage due to financials. Literally. So I literally missed this, by the way. So that's just for the Nico Williams stuff. Now, Chelsea, a club tried to has done. Chelsea are considering a left winger right now, so that's it. Again, we're gonna probably get more news tomorrow. Ironically, now this is the stuff that's happening. Now, this is another gentleman we're trying to bring in now, Franco Mastatuano. Now, I from the reason why I remember this guy is because Real Madrid are close to getting him, and I think he's a midfielder, if I'm not mistaken, too. So let me bring this up for you guys. Bish bash bong. Yeah, Franco Mastatuano is the other guy apparently we've been linked with. He is a midfielder, as I said before, literally nothing on him at all. 107 minutes played, 167 minutes played in Libertadores and the Liga Argentina. Plays for River Plate, and that's pretty much all we have on him. Literally. Nothing more, nothing less. Wow. Ecuador almost scored there, funnily enough. But we move. But yeah, man, again, all of this stuff we're speaking about, and, we're not moving the needle. They're not really moving the needle for me personally, but hey, we move on that one still. And for me personally, we are stockpiling a lot of top tier talents. Let's not get our new Fabrizio tweet. What's he said? What's he said? What has he said, bro? Oh my god. Estevao Williams and his family injured after signing of Charles. Congratulations to Palmeiras. Oh, yeah, so obviously this is the breaking news in regards to the fact that obviously Estevao signed for Chelsea. I mean, here he is, signed the contract. Obviously, the Chelsea guy here is. Sorry, I literally forgot what I was saying. So you see this guy here, the guy in the brown, the cream shirt. That's the Chelsea head scout there at the club who's been helping to make sure that those deals get signed and everything like that. So hey, big ups to him. You know what I mean? He's the one that's finding us the top tier talent. You can see Fabrizio Romano is even doing watercolors these days. Wow, definitely getting up there. Big up to Fabrizio. But listen, we move. Obviously, this is the deal. Obviously, that's been done. 34 million fee fixed fee, 6 million add-ons, 17 million add-ons, and 4 million difficult add-ons, right? So again, that's pretty much was it here it is. Yeah, the Jordan top probably something that he was just wearing, it is. And I actually want to bring this up too because Chelsea obviously announced him as well. Let's bring up the Chelsea website to confirm the fact that they've announced Estavao too, right? And let's not get it twisted. Definitely a top up and coming player, right? Let's not do this. You can see it literally here. Estevao Willian has joined Chelsea. You can see it here. They just talk about it. Just oopsie. Whoa, what a catch. What a catch, bro. Yeah, my cricket stuff is going in crazy. Yup. And obviously there he is. Lukaku. I can't believe they're doing Lukaku prop on the Chelsea Twitter account. That's insane, by the way. Chelsea. Yep, I'm gonna talk about that one too, for sure. I feel like that one is probably gonna be PSG, by the way. That was probably more than likely PSG for those who are asking. So PSG are probably the club that were trying to do that because PSG, the club can be revealed after transfer window. Estevao already had his word to Chelsea, but a club tried to come in and enter the deal and hijack it. So I feel like again that's probably going to be PSG. By the way, it wouldn't surprise me if it's PSG. PSG have been trying to do similar thing to us, where they're particularly if Campos, who again real DOF. I wish we brought him to Chelsea. That's my number one guy, by the way. When these owners are looking for an actual DOF, bring him in. You know, this last year, by the way, he was on the rocks, by the way, at PSG. And I was like, listen, making an appealing offer and he'll be better than all of the guys we're speaking about right here. But hey, ho, we move on that one still. But yeah, so Estevao, bro, what are our thoughts on Estevao, by the way? What are our thoughts on Estevao? Do you believe him to be the future? Do we believe him to be the future? Do you believe him to be the one that's going to lead us to greatness? What are our thoughts? I really hope this kid is the real deal and can hit the ground running when he arrives, but I don't want our fans to put too much on him. I don't want that to happen to him, by the way, bro. I do not want us to be put in a situation where we have to make him start every single game, every season, everything like that. And then, you know, we run into the situation where he has to start for us straight away because maybe, let's say, a Palmer gets injured, someone else gets injured. Bloody hell, bro. Ecuador almost scored again. By the way. Crazy. But we move. But listen, man. Insane, bro. Insane. But what to do, bro? What to do, man? No way he's not. He's actually clear of Angelo Gabriel. It's clear. And exactly, Blade One is correct. He's going to need another 3 to 4 years this season. He's going to need another 3 to 4 years this season. He's going to need time to develop. I would like him and Pius to be given the Foden treatment, where they're given time, let to develop, sink into the first team with a manager that loves them and respects them and everything like that. And that's what you want to do, bro. But like, I don't want us to be putting pressure on him straight away and be like, Estavao, hoot for me, please. Estavao, I need you right now. Estavao, it's the 90th minute. Please score the winner for me. Please score the equalizer for me. I don't want that to be happening to their brother, bro. I'm pretty sure many of us here would agree with that too. Estavao looks like an improved Angelo from comps and highlights, which isn't a bad thing, by the way. Exactly. He's clear. Yeah, he's clear of Elise. Yeah, bro. Pius playing like Palmer right now. What? So we're saying what? Palmer, it's time to go. Is that what you're saying, Billy G? You know what I mean? Hey, yeah, he's definitely clear release. All right. Well, listen, Joel can say whatever he wants, man. You know what I mean? That's my guy. So I can't speak on him too much. So listen, we move. I'm not gonna speak too much on that. I'm gonna keep it halal. Gonna keep it halal, by the way. So we move on that one. So, you know, today, by the way, I wanted to show a tweet, by the way, Chris, quickly before people. Yeah, I saw people today talk about Javi Simmons to Chelsea. Javi Simmons to Chelsea, by the way. Yeah, um, yeah, Javi Simmons to Chelsea. Yeah, and I almost died. And by the way, it looks like Enner Valencia is about to get red carded. By the way, Enner Valencia red card is about to happen. Bro, Enner Valencia is about to get red carded, by the way. He did even. Yeah, Enner Valencia red card's coming, bro. Ecuador about to go to 10 men. But yeah, Ecuador's go- oh my, yeah, that's on the chassis. He's gone. Yeah, he's cooked. The same argument for Mudryk is, in all honesty, I feel Mudryk needs time too. Maybe Enzo can get the best out of him for Pot, and Pot struggled with. Maybe, bro, maybe so, bro. But listen, maybe so. But I don't think that's gonna be the reality, bro. At the end of the day. So listen, we move, bro. It's not happening, bro. It's not happening at all. Yes, they are playing right now, bro. If you have Premier Sport, then you can do that, bro. But hey, we move, man. I think they're about to give him a red card. They haven't given the red card yet, but listen, we're gonna see. We move. But listen, that's it, bro. That's pretty much it. But guys, please make sure again to like, share, subscribe. Like, share, subscribe. Please make sure again to like, share, subscribe. As always, I'm almost at 360 actually. 360 now. You guys have been definitely supporting, boys. It's much appreciated as always. By the way, so almost there, bro. Almost there. Road to 2K is hard and strong. Pause. Um, Yeah, they are, and Enna Valencia just been given the red card. So hey, no more Enna Valencia, by the way. Ro- But guys, I just want to actually speak a bit more. I want to speak a bit more about this, yeah. And we've spoken about Estevao, but let's talk about the PSR stuff that's going on with Chelsea. And there's something that there's something in the water with Aston Villa and Chelsea right now in regards to the PSR rules that's been going on right now, yeah. Uh, Here we are. Let me just present that to everyone here. Let's make sure we all get to see it. And that is, of course, the fact that Chelsea have are pretty much signing. What's it called? Omar Kellyman. They're about to sign him, by the way, to a, if I'm not mistaken, a where is Matt Law? Yep, there we go. Chelsea have agreed a 19. Oh, let me make this a bit more bigger. Chelsea have agreed to sign a 90 million deal to sign Omari Kellyman, 6 years plus 1 year option deal. Um, so that's what they've said right now. 19 million pounds. Again, this for me is just a PSR stuff. I don't know what's gonna happen to with this honestly because I don't know. The kid's already been said to be going out on loan. This is probably us doing a favor for Aston Villa, even though they did get the better player out of us, which is my guy, aka none other than Ian Matson. But hey, we move. Uh, Julian, Julian, nice to see you here, bro. First time seeing you here, bro. Pleasure for you to be here. Ahmed, Lewis, and gang are being delusional of their constant defender of our clueless owners. Every virus diving us, and rightly so. Sometimes, bro, it's a bit of both. Obviously, the rivals are gonna be laughing at us no matter what, bro. Even if we're bad, they're gonna be laughing at us. If we're good and we do stupid stuff, they're gonna laugh at us, right? I think maybe they have a different perspective, bro. That's all it is. Everyone has their own perspective. I just like to be obviously a bit more of a nuanced person. I like to look at both sides and I try to come to a respectable conclusion, by the way, a respectable conclusion, like something with at least some basis of logic. And from what I've seen and from what I've read, and I think one thing that I would like to say is that media literacy is very key, by the way. That media literacy, which means reading when you read these guys' reports, you need to read between the lines. Sometimes, by the way, the stuff they're saying is not going to always be 100%. By the way, it's not going to be legit. So we need to be able to focus and understand that, by the way, too. Bro, that's what I'm saying, bro. It's only because he starts hit the guy's chest, by the way, that he literally got that red card, by the way. It's such a stupid red because he can't control his motion of getting the ball, by the way, which is, but hey, crazy, man, crazy. But, again, it's just media literacy for me more than anything, Julian. Hopefully you understand the point I'm trying to make. It's just that maybe people have different opinions, but from what I'm seeing, bro, it's very difficult. And by the way, guys, yeah, I really want to talk about this actually. That's it. Before we come back to this, there was something I want to talk to you guys about, yeah? And I want to hear your point of view. You know, I'm now thinking about Gallagher, for example. I'm thinking about Gallagher's potential contract situation. You look at Ian, but you look at like in what's it called, Gallagher situation. You look at even, for example, the Ian Matson situation, right, in terms of contracts and everything, and you have to ask yourself, what is Aston Villa contract situation? What is Aston Villa giving him that Chelsea can't give him in terms of wages? You know what I'm saying to you? What is, you know what I mean? Like, surely we should be able to match any wage that Aston Villa gives them, even with our own current wage structure, for example. Why is that? Why is that not happen? You then look at the other aspect here, which is if it's not Ian Matson, Gallagher, for example. I'm starting to think, honestly, bro, maybe Gallagher's not asking for as much as people are making it out to be. Maybe it's just they just don't want to sign him at all, bro. I'm honestly, maybe that's another thing we have to think about, bro. Right? I'm not saying Gallagher's even good. You guys know my thoughts. I'm a big fan of Gallagher, but like it's kind of crazy, bro. You think about it, him is another one. You know, a lot of these up and coming guys that you've got from the academy, even they may not even be asking for crazy, what's it called, contracts, and yet we're letting them go crazy. You know what I'm saying to you? So I'm very, I'm starting to like double think my takes on those, bro. Honestly, I'm really starting to double take, and think about the takes I've made in regards to those ones. I don't know about you guys, but I want to hear your thoughts on that one for sure, bro. I'm really beginning to think on those ones in particular now, more than ever, bro. Amari Kellyman doesn't exactly. Yeah, we're gonna talk about him for sure. Sorry, bro. I just literally just had a little tangent, bro. The point is, Lewis has many American pilots, and they're blindly support American owners. That's not. Listen, everyone's open to opinion. It's not because they're American they probably support another American owner. You know what I mean, Julian? But everyone has their own opinion, brother. You know what I mean? Everyone has their own opinion. It's not just because they're American. I know a lot of American guys that I know that don't agree with what their owners are doing. So it's not because they're American, brother. You know what I mean? It's not just because of that. Trust me, it's not because of that at all. That's all it is, man. Genuinely speaking, it's not. You if you genuinely speak to a lot of American guys, yeah, they will tell you that's not the reason why. Oh my god, they almost scored. Ecuador, Venezuela almost scored. Trust me, bro. I'm telling you. But guys, I want to hear your thoughts on that, on what I just said to you guys right now, because honestly, what I said right now, honestly, for me, by the way, was very, very was as honest as it can be. Because me rethinking, by the way, that stuff about what's it called? The stuff of Gallagher has really, the contract situation, even of Ian Matson and all these other guys, by the way, has really made me rethink, yeah, why that stuff has not happened at all. Genuinely speaking. Because even if I'm thinking within the wage structure, Ian Matson should be able to get, an easy enough deal of 100k or even 90 or 70, 60, 90 or 80k. You can accept that. Why can't we do, you know what I mean? Gallagher, I'm pretty sure, is willing to accept 120k. You know what I mean? Or are we not willing to really give this guy 120k a week? Seriously? Like, what are we offering the brother? Like, we have to. This has like really changed me, my school of thought, like fundamentally on like how we are trying to get these players through the door, and like the level we're trying to bring them through the door, how much money we're asking them to bring them through the door. So again, that's the sort of thing, that's making me ask questions. But obviously, I'll wait for you guys' comments. In the meantime, I'll go back to talking about Amari Kellyman. So, I just lost the tweet. There you go. So the Amari Kellyman transfer has, I think, a lot to do, by the way, with the PSR stuff for us, trying to balance the books essentially, and like looking like we're gonna bring in money. If you look at this one, it's gonna be, I think the EPO have done now like a 19-year. No, 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 no. You're not getting my point, Lyndon. My boy Lyndon. I'm saying though, we can pay them exactly what these guys are paying them with the wage structure, bro, and they would more than likely accept. But the question you have to ask yourself, my good friend Lyndon, is this: why are they not signing, brother? Why are they not signing? And why are we not even offering them that base wage, bro? Because like, surely the base wage we're asking for within that wage structure is not going to be that much, brother. Surely not, bro. By the way, TK, Tio Hernandez did not happen to this football club. Does not fit our wage budget right now. He does not fit our wage structure. Tio Hernandez would never happen in this football club with this current wage structure. Please, brother, get that out of your mind, Habibi. Please. Thank you very much. Gallagher might stay around this season. Hopefully we'll see. But you have to ask yourself why are we not offering him that contract, bro? You have to ask that question, bro. Fundamentally, you have to ask that question, bro. But listen, this Amari stuff again, 19 divided by 5, which is essentially me saying, if I say 20 divided by 5, it's 4 million. It's going to be running around 3.8 million essentially, is how much we're probably going to be paying and getting on the books for him in terms of positive PSR. And that might be how much we actually need. But listen, we'll see on that one still. But at the end of the day, man, we agreed to transfer for this brother. I don't know anything about him that much. I know Secret Scout was saying this guy might be the next one up. Yeah. Um, Yeah, so again, we'll see what happens in this one, bro. He's going out on loan apparently too, so it's not even. Yeah, I get that. Even going back to Elise buying our paying 50 man, 50 man we was going to for the full 60 million. The wages was the problem. Exactly, yeah. Um, I don't think the wage structure thing is that big of a deal. They just don't want to pay for a player that is not world class, brother. Is Ian Matson is not asking for a lot of money on this wage structure, brother. Like, let's be honest, bro. He probably was going to get 80 or 90k a week, brother. Like, let's be real. Are you telling me that Ian, you could not agree 80 to 90k thousand pounds a week on Ian Matson? Ghana Gallagher's asking for 120k a week, my brother. Let's be real, bro. So he's probably gonna get we'll probably get around about that. Like, you know what I mean? So let's be real about that one too. That should not be an issue, particularly also in regards to that too. Contract aren't just about the money. It could be squad roles, playtime, captain selection. I feel us and the journalists are in the dark a lot about the situation. Uh, Fair enough, bro. But I hear that, but I don't. I feel like with a lot of these homegrown player stuff, bro, it's that I'm not sure. I don't know, bro. I'm conflicted right now. I'm very conflicted, bro. I feel like, bro, I need to do more research. I need to try to understand stuff a bit more. But I feel like, even though, like, I feel like this is the meme, yeah. I've got a meme for you guys, yeah. Like, I feel like, yeah, best expresses like the way I'm thinking about Chelsea these days, yeah. Let me, of course, show it to you guys just before we continue on, by the way. Excuse me. Where is Armin Abdi? Oh, wrong one. There we go. Bridge. There we go. There we go. There we go. There. Yeah, I mean, if you've watched Helsing, you know what this means, yeah? The more you know, the less you know. I honestly feel like, yeah, this is what's happening right now at Chelsea, bro. The more you know, the less you know, personally. That's what it feels like to me in regards to a lot of the stuff that's happening, by the way. Honestly speaking, that's me being honest with myself. But bro, Matson, before we started calling him pure profit or pure FFP, whatever you want to call him, bro. Before that, we were saying this guy's the future. This guy's the one, right? You know what I mean? This guy, yeah, is the the one that we believe. You know what I mean? We want him to be our future right back. You know what I mean? Everything like that. And left back, sorry, yeah. And we were literally negotiating heavily for contract with him, and then he doesn't sign, and now he's signing Aston Villa for a wage that probably might be similar, and we're now in this situation, bro. That's all it is to me, bro, personally, bro. More than anything else, that's all it is to me personally, bro. Nothing more, nothing less, as I've always repeated on this YouTube channel. It's not about me being saying these. It's not about me saying, these guys are good enough or bad enough. I'm just talking about the way that we are structured and thinking about stuff as of right now. That's all it is, bro. Otherwise, you know me, Armin Abdi, I would not be mentioning anything like that, bro, at all. That's all it is. By the way, guys, if you guys are watching the Ecuador Venezuela game, I'm just literally on the side for me right there. It's still 0-0. Ecuador have a red card currently, and Paez had a shot save that was almost on goal, which caused the red card, unironically too. So, funnily enough. And I actually want to talk a bit more about this. This is on also another striker option that I know a lot of people have been asking about. Let's bring in this guy, Julian Alvarez. And this is what Fabrizio said. On Julian Alvarez, I'm not aware Chelsea are prepared to spend that kind of crazy money. And the this brings me to another question, which is, the Man City case is loading. That stuff is happening very soon. Are Chelsea worried about spending that level of big money on players, with the thought that of what's happening with Man City, and they're worried about that too? I genuinely think that might also be something else to consider, in regards to why we're not doing some of the stuff that maybe we have been asking for and believing for. So again, you look at that stuff, you got to think about it like that too, by the way. So something to think about again for sure. Even he's not coming. And even if you think about it, by the way, yeah, look at even the transfers that he's got. Uh, let me show you how much Julian Alvarez is on. By the way, Julian Alvarez, Julian Alvarez. Julian Alvarez right now is on 100k a week, by the way, yeah. And listen, even if you wanted to bring him in, that would be probably we probably can offer maybe 150k at a maximum, and he probably would be like no, or like a double the wage usually. I like to double my wages if I'm going to be a number one guy, the center of attention with the experience I have, the skills that I have. There's no way we're going to be able to bring him in either. So again, you just run into another issue there, which is financially speaking, we don't have the money or the transfer power to be able to bring in a gentleman like him at the end of the day. So not easy, bro. Not easy at all at the end of the day. So listen, we move on that one. Still, now moving off of my guy Julian Alvarez, let's talk about let me bring that up, which is on this. Armando Broja is on Stuttgart's shortlist. Move unlikely at this stage, although the player is attracted by the interest. So, wow, obviously they may be losing one of Gurasi, maybe even Undav, because Undav is actually going back to Brighton, because Undav, unironically, is a Brighton player, for those who don't know. So, again, he probably could be an option that they may be thinking about other players to be bringing in that position. But again, he's a top player. Obviously, Broja not been playing that much really for Albania, other than obviously the first game of the season, right? Other than the first game of the season, really, and that's pretty much it, bro. Which has been difficult for us, by the way, because when you're trying to move a guy like him along and you're not even able to do so, big problem. Big problem indeed. Big problem indeed. Right? Gallagher's gone, mate. Forget it. We have brought this his replacement already. Fair enough. We have tried our best to be like Brighton. It feels like we have to, the financial they there. What would have we would have thought this would have happened a year ago? Yes. Yeah, exactly, bro. Exactly, bro. 100%, bro. It feels like we almost become like Brighton now, where essentially we now have their own financial issues too. So it's not helpful for us at the end of the day, because this is crazy. By the way, this is actually ridiculous. By the way, this is actually ridiculous. So anyway, we move on that one still. But listen, guys, man, what sanctions killed my football club. What the hell? Uh, Bloody hell! Big up to this gentleman, my Jamaican brother. Sanction killed my football club. Hey, that's crazy, by the way, too. Much appreciated to her, whomever that was. But thank you very much. But guys, I'm actually on 100. I'm actually on 360, 5 away from 365. Help your boy out. Road to 365 now, and there's over 34 of you in here. I know it's obviously a big game for Ecuador, Pies Nation, everyone nation. Everyone's watching in for sure. So listen, man, we appreciate if you could help your boy out. Thank you very much. Now, obviously, there was some breaking news as well in regards to some other guys that the club have tried to bring in, and that is of course Aaron and Semino from obviously Boca Juniors, which is a centre back that we're trying to bring in for Strasbourg Nation. And let's bring him up for you guys, of course. And and this is from the Mirror, which is Ryan Taylor Sport. And here he is, Bish Bash Bong. And he says, Chelsea have made an opening bid of around 40 million for Aaron and Salamino. Sources close to the player have indicated that Boca are reluctant to accept the offer, and they will continue to point towards and Salamino's 20 million release clause. So he's got a 20 million release clause, and we've bid 6 million less right now. So unless we really want him, and we're gonna have to raise that price by 6 million more in order to bring in this kid. And again, interesting to see whether or not that will be the case. But I genuinely do not believe that's gonna happen either right now. So we move on that one. But again, clearly this is something the club are trying to do. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Clearly this is something that the club are trying to get as well. So hey, and by the way, 1-0 to Ecuador. Literally they just scored right now. Ecuador 1-0. So for those who are watching him, so hey man, we move. Listen. We move on that one still. Here we go. Let me bring that in. Obviously, it's the young Englishman. Sadio Minto has scored actually. Funnily enough, unironically, funnily enough. So big ups to him. But hey man, we move. But guys, man, honestly, it's a crazy moment. That's for sure. I know a lot of us here are hurting. You know, right? I know a lot of us here definitely are hurting for sure in regards to the news, in regards to it. But hey ho, we move on that one still. But listen, guys, I feel like there's not that much else to talk about. So as such, listen, I'm gonna give you guys a free trial. If you guys would like to come to speak with me, make sure to do so. Make sure to do so now. Give me some of your questions and some of the other stuff that you would like to hear from me, of course. So give me some of your questions and give me some of your thoughts and feelings too. I would love to hear from you guys. I would love to hear your opinions as well at the end of the day. So as always, always much appreciated hearing from you guys as well. So hey, come on, give me your thoughts and feelings. Is there any question you'd like to ask me? Please feel free to do so. Because listen, at the end of the day, bro, I'm always I'm always up for a good question. Bro, I was actually very despondent, bro. I was not happy. I was very much heartbroken. Was not happy about it at all. I think for me, bro, big problem right now of this football club is that they say one thing, then when they can't do anything. And I think this other thing, by the way, that we need to have a real conversation about, yeah. And I really want this conversation to be had right now is that these directors, by the way, whenever it comes to big transfers, yeah, they fail or they're either bailed out as they've been for many a transfer, or this time they were not bailed out. By the way, this time they were not able to be bailed out, and as such, they lost out on a top player to Bayern Munich. you know. And I think for me, by the way, listen, let's not get twisted. Bayern Munich are a big club, but we need to stop this nonsense that Chelsea cannot compete with Bayern Munich here to bring in players. We can more than enough, strongly enough, compete with these guys and be able to do a good enough job to be able to compete for these players, by the way, and provide a better option for them in order to bring these players in. So anyone that says that, bro, yeah, is absolutely crazy. By the way, absolutely crazy. I refuse. I refuse to believe that nonsense. When we know players' futures, probably a lot more after the Euros and Copa America. For some players, that may be the case. But again, in regards to incomings, we'll probably know a lot more very quicker than a lot of people realize, by the way. So probably tomorrow, again, I feel like tomorrow we're going to know a lot more news in regards to Chelsea. So get ready for the news tomorrow, by the way. The Elise Ornstein bomber was hilarious, bro. Well, that finally, congratulations, Joel. I hope you took some enjoyment in it. If I'm being honest, I don't think buying Elise, not just saying it because I'm angry. No, no, no. They don't. They actually do need him because they're trying to get rid of Gnabry. They're trying to get rid of Sane, and they're trying to get rid of what's it called, Coman. They're actually trying to get rid of all of their wingers and trying to bring in a bunch of new ones. So they're literally trying to bring in now Xavi Simmons and they're trying to bring in Hakan Çalhanoğlu too. So that means to me they're trying to get rid of a lot of guys literally right now. So hey ho, man. People are saying to me, bring in Sane. We don't have the wages for that, big man. Chill out. You know what I'm saying to you? But listen, people will tell me bring in Hincape, you know what I mean, to the club. But you know what about Hincape? Let's look at Hincape's wages too. And I saw someone say, let's bring in Hincape. Let's see what Hincape's wages is. Hincap. You know what? You can do Hincape actually. Chelsea could bring in Hincape, and ironically, 22 years old, Hincape. You can actually bring him in. 40k euros a week as well, which is 22k. Yeah, I've been very busy early on, but I'm curious on how they back in the window will pan out. They're gonna wait until the Euros and things, and then they're gonna look at those guys that performed really well. And if they believe they can find a gem in there that's gonna work really well for them, that's who they're gonna try to go out and buy. Trust me, bro. I'm telling you, that's literally the new current Chelsea way, by the way. They did that obviously with a lot of people. Gallagher is not that good. He's perfect. Of course he is, bro, because again, I just don't think he suits that system. And I feel like he's like a dog more so than unironically. He actually moves like he's literally like chasing around everywhere for a ball. He literally looks more like a dog than anything else in that stuff, bro. Of course they're gonna crash out, bro. It's England. They're not good enough right now. I've said this before, by the way, too. England are not good enough, by the way. When I said they could finish third place, people were saying to me, Ahmed, you're wilding, you're waffling. But bro, I was very honest on that one, bro. My assessment on them was extremely honest. Oh my god, over the bar by Venezuela. By the way, bro, Venezuela is cooking right now. But listen, they're getting closer, bro. They could score, in my personal opinion. But hey ho, man, we move. But listen, guys, you know what? Yeah, I could just end it here today because honestly, I don't think there's any other big news coming out as of right now, and I feel like I've done a great enough job today to give you guys as much of an analysis as I can. And listen, we move. But listen, guys, you know who I am. I've been your host, the most, the Bridge 258. Thank you for all of those people that have subscribed to the channel. Again, we will be here tomorrow. Actually, before I leave, I've got a few things to show you guys. So I've got a few things to show you guys, obviously. Let me obviously rise it first things first. Let me go to your YouTube channel. Thank you. So I've got something to show you guys now. Before so that we can actually have a nice little cheeky look at this quickly. Bear with me for one moment. Boom, 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 boom. Right. So you can see this is my YouTube channel, etc., etc. Right now, obviously, if you look into here, we have obviously the Discord now, which I can just share right now. So this is the Discord, right? Oh, what's the hell? Continue to Discord, right? So this is this is the Discord now, the Bridge 258 Discord. We've got a Discord here, announcements, Chelsea, pro clubs, everything like that. We can even do Euro watch alongs, of course, right now. Do Champions League, Premier League watch alongs with me, of course, right on the Discord. But the big one, of course, the big one is gonna be this one. Another big one is this one. So now I have my own playback right now. Playback is in the comments as I just showing you guys below. This is my new playback. I want you guys to keep on following, and we can do watch alongs in here. That way, I can even give you guys like stuff like if I'm watching the games, I can give people premium passes to watch the games alongside of me. We can discuss it. We can even rise you up. So we can do calling shows here where people can come in, have their say, have their opinions, be able to speak about it right now. Right. So listen, people come on here, have a chat, literally helps you help your boy out. And listen, we can do a lot of stuff here and cooking. So let us make sure to try to do that too. And again, I'll make sure to notify people about stuff and other stuff that are gonna happen. Okay. So this is it. Again, this is the bridge, the playback section. Make sure to come in and tune in, please, as always. So again, that's just another aspect to add on to the stuff that we've been doing as well. So, yeah, Pies is definitely cooking. Pies is definitely cooking. Kika says he's been criticizing Southgate, rightfully so, but it would be exactly that we go out on to win the Euros. Yeah, bro. But again, I just think for me, I think for me, England are gonna do that for another reason. I think for me, England right now, they're just not good enough, bro. I feel like tactically they're not be set up, bro. For me, the bigger thing, by the way, is also the energy levels. The energy levels right now aren't good enough. A lot of the stuff they've been trying to do aren't good enough. So you have to ask yourself, you know, how much of that is going to lead to this to a necessary success that they need to do to be able to build around the club. So again, something to think about for sure. Yes, I did. Yeah, but listen, that's just him. That might be just him doing PR, bro. It might just be him doing PR. So again, something to also think about in regards to that. Sometimes with these players, they're going to be adding a bit more PR to just the stuff that they are going to be saying at the end of the day. So make sure to think about that. But guys, you know who I've been. The host of the most of Bridge 258. And listen, man, again, tomorrow there'll be more news. Let's not get that twisted. You know that. We know that. Everyone here knows that. Big up to my guy, Daniel Knight. Nice to see you here as always, my brother. Nice to see you here as always, my brother. And you know what? Yeah. I'm thinking right now. Vladimir's Prime. What was his name? JVH. What's his name? I'm sure it's JVHCCN. JVHCN. Give me one moment, guys. I'm trying to bring up something for that. One of my good mates is on currently. I'm gonna try to bring that up right now. Do 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 do. There we go. There we go. Right, let's bring that up for him right now. Right. There we go. Lovely jubbly. Dearie me, man. I'm just looking. There we go. That's what we're going to do right now. As of right now, England tournament starts at the round of 16. Bro, we keep on saying that, Abraham, but that's not true. That is not fundamentally true, bro. That is not true at all. I've said that to you before, bro, multiple times. That it's not true. Literally, it's not true, bro. Would you take Johnathan David at Chelsea? No, I would not take him at Chelsea, bro. If we lose to Slovenia, we will face Germany. Nah, or no chance. There's no way, bro, that's gonna happen, bro. If you listen, we are not. I don't know if Chelsea, if they will lose to Slovenia first and foremost. I don't think that's going to be the case. If I'm being honest with you, but more than likely, bro, it's just not going to happen at all. They're just not right now. We're not good enough. Chelsea is not good enough. They don't have the level. They're not at that peak right now. And as such, bro, asking for something like this or believing in something like this, bro, is absolutely stupid and flawless. That's all it is, bro. Nothing more, nothing less. It is what it is. By the way, it's half time. By the way, in the Venezuela Ecuador game, Ecuador with 10 men have actually managed to win the game 1-0. Why are you against us getting Johnathan David? Because I don't really think he adds that much to the team. I don't think he's a good player from what I've seen from him, not even from the eye test and watching him regularly in League 2. So for me personally, he doesn't, what's it called? He doesn't add value. Simple as that, really, for me. But guys, I'm gonna call it here because you know what? I've had a crazy day today, crazy night today in general. And listen, I've been your host, the most of Bridge T58, dedicated hearts. Listen, tune in tomorrow. Again, playback 8 p.m. for this Group A final games. Please make sure to tune in. Playback is in the comments. Make sure to follow so that we can start getting that rolling, and I can give you guys some premium passes for those who are going to be watching alongside with me for sure, and that will be helping me out too. As always, thanks again for coming along to watch. Love and guidance, big man. And as always, make sure to stay blue, as I have always said before.